Hey guys, what's up? And we're back with more Dark Souls. So we're in the Duke's archives. I've collected plenty of souls now to be able to afford the rest of Logan's spells. So I don't know if this episode's going to be particularly long, because I want to finish off Big Hat Logan's quest line, which should take maybe 10-15 minutes tops. And I do intend to go to the Demon Ruins next, but I'd ideally like to have that as a separate video, so I'm thinking about getting myself infected by the mobs down near Quailag's domain, because then that'll allow me access to buy a certain pyromancy toxic mist, I think it is, which you can't get from anywhere else in the game. So if you want the achievement for all pyromancers, you do need to do that.
Oh, hello there. Where have you been? Time is a resource. Let's delve in promptly.
Well, you'll see as we begin to talk to Logan a lot more, he starts to gradually go more insane, losing his mind. But we've got 40,000. Wow. He's got 85k left over, and that's it. So we've bought absolutely everything from Logan. So if we leave him alone,
Come again.
and now if we keep going back to him, he'll gradually start going more insane.
Who are you? Stay clear of my work. Curses upon you. How dare you disturb me? Who are you? Stay clear of my work. Curses upon you. How dare you disturb me?
So there we go, he's already forgot who we are. Okay, so what we want to do, Logan should proceed to his next area in a second. But I'd certain a relog or a warping out of the area would initiate it. So let's just go to Firelink. You can see Zieglin's actually here now as well. We'll chat to her a little bit later. And we shall walk back to the Duke's archives. Because where we're going now is that first room where we fought Seath, or got our asses kicked by Seath. And I'll actually just reboot the game just to make doubly sure that he moves on. Okay, let's go and see if he's still in here. He should have gone now, and he has. You can see he leaves behind this chest once he's gone. And that's all of his armour, etc. Apart from a couple of things, so he has definitely moved on to his final area now, so let's go and find him. Now we're going to have to fight our way through these crystal mobs, kill a couple of those channelers, because we've got to get back to that first room. That didn't go particularly well, did it? We've got an archer above us as well. Let's have to ignore that guy. There he is, just there. Right, let's ignore him. There's a channeler shooting at me. I have to get this archer. Channeler's one floor above me, isn't he? I'll aggro this guy. That's an awful parry. Oh god. Channelers came down. Oh, he can hit me from up there. Look, there he is, all the way up there. Let's just get my line of sight. So it's been a little while since I last played Dark Souls. Maybe 4 or 5 days. Let's say after I ended the last video, I went and farmed a lot of souls in the Painted World of Ariamas to, of course, get enough to buy Logan's stuff. Watch out for the trap to the right. And I've got myself an absolute shit ton of humanity. I went back to the Tomb of the Giants and got myself, look, so I've got 95 humanity, and you do get it really, really quickly in that place. By far the best area to farm humanity in the game. But that is the lift we need. I'm trying to remember where the lever is for it. There's probably one right that we need to probably fall down at the very bottom, I imagine, where we first got it. Otherwise, I'm not too sure how to get all the way back up. Alright, let's head back down. This fucking channel are trying to shoot me. Oh, snipe him. Crystal straight sword. Be another trap to my right. Oh, maybe not. Hey. Oh, it's right in front of me, and I've just completely missed it. Aha, there we go, that's fine. I was hoping there'd be one of these around here. Shot an arrow into my knee, how dare you? Should be coming down, there it is. And just because this guy shot me, he deserves to die. So we'll head up here. We'll also have the large magic ember where Logan is. So after we've ended Logan's questline, we'll head back to Firelink, chat to Sieglind, which I don't think we need to talk to her yet because we have to have another interaction with Siegmeyer first. But we'll chat to her anyway just to see, and then we'll head down to Quelaag's domain, get ourselves infected. We do have the egg vermifuge still, which we got from the Painted World of Ariamis. Don't worry if you don't have the item. You do get one given to you regardless from Egni or whatever he's called. The little egg dude that's down there, like the bodyguard of Quelaag's sister. So, fret not, you're not going to have an egg on your head the whole time. So, unfortunately, Logan has gone completely mad. So he thought himself to be, I think he's wanted to become a dragon, so he took all of his gear off, but his failing aspect is he kept his hat on. Big Hat Logan living up to his word. So unfortunately, as with the rest of NPCs, we have to put him down, now that he's hollow. I'm sorry, Logan. It's becoming a running theme with all of these NPCs, isn't it? That it doesn't end well. He likes to keep his distance from me, Logan. He's a bit of a crafty one. I've just got him caught on the ember chest. If I can... He's easy enough to kill. This will probably get him now. Not this one will. Goodbye, Logan. And that's how you pick up the sorcery, the White Dragon Breath. So we also get Tin Crystallization Catalyst and the Big Hat. So if we want to, we can have Logan live on through us. I wonder what that actually gives. What does it do? So if we have a look, it's got better bleed, better poison, it weighs a lot more. Ah, magic defense, yeah. Extremely high magic defense. Goodbye, Logan. Okay, so in here, large magic ember. And you don't want to forget to pick up, I believe it's a... I want to say Soul of a Hero. I'm pretty certain it's Soul of a Hero. It's around one of these corners. Come on, be Soul of a Hero. Yes. Oh, Soul of a Great Hero. So that is the best soul in the game. I'm pretty certain. So a standard Soul of a Hero will give you 10,000 souls. The Great Soul of a Hero will give you 20. I just realised I've still got my covetous serpent ring on since I was farming for humanity. So we'll get ourselves back with the Chloranthy ring. And we will homeward borne ourselves back to the bonfire, because then we can portal to... Oh, actually, nearly forgot about those. I've got 2 Firekeeper souls that I need to use as well, don't I? Got plenty of homeward borne, 17, so no risk of running out as of yet. Oh, it's Firelink. Must have not rested back up at Duke's Archives when I got there. Okay, let's talk to Zieglin first.
Oh, hello again. The both managing quite well, aren't you? But I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him?
Oh, this is interesting, because I haven't seen him since I last spoke to her. So I presume I'd say no.
Yes, I see. I will continue searching a bit longer. Thank you so much.
I think she stays here. She must do. Let's say we'll go down and use our 2 Firekeeper souls, which means our Estus Flask is going to be +5. Awesome. There we go. I'm a little bit worried now that I've just talked to Zieglin. So this game is very unforgiving with NPC dialogue. I'm just a bit tempted to tell her that I have seen Siegmeyer, but we haven't. We last saw her just outside the Duke's Archives before we went in the Crystal Caves, and that's what we did in the last episode. And we haven't seen Siegmeyer since Blighttown. Okay, I'm in a spot of bother now because I said no to her, and it's because I pursued Siegmeyer's quest a lot faster than Zieglin's, because I say she normally goes and finds him down in the Blighttown swamp, so I should have answered yes to her. And with Dark Souls being a bit unforgiving, I might have screwed up that storyline, which I really hope isn't true, but we'll have to find out for sure or not when we next run into Siegmeyer. So if you're here, you want to say yes to Zieglin. Don't make the same mistake I did. I'm not sure if that screws up the whole story, we'll have to wait and find out, but don't take the risk, just say yes regardless. I really hope that doesn't screw up my story, because there's a very good reward. You get a tight, nice slab if you end up completing Siegmeyer's quest. It does rely heavily a lot on luck, the next section. Tell you what, I'm just going to warp out of here. I'll just warp to the depths, rest up and walk back and hope she's here. But she's not going to be, because that's how she's disappeared, unfortunately. Which absolutely sucks. So if we go back to Firelink and hope for the best. But I don't think that's going to be the case, is it? No, she's gone. That is a shame. I really hope I haven't screwed up that quest. But remember, if you're in my situation there, answer yes, no matter what. So we are now going to the Daughter of Chaos. So we're going to get ourselves infected so we can buy one of the last pyromancies off Igni. This guy here. Let's rest up just in case I die. This does take a little while to do this bit here, but what you want to do is just head out through this webbing out to near where we fought the Ceaseless Discharge. Boy, that was a long time ago. And we want to unequip our helmet. Because what we want to do, you remember we wanted to run past these guys, because they do sort of slowly run after you. Well, this time we actually want them to get us. See, this guy's got our attention already, so if we just stand still and let him attack us. It can be a bit funny, you see, they try to grab us here. They've got to do the grab attack instead of this little... Oh, this is it. So that's it, we're infected. Now once they've done that grab attack, so you can run away. And I think this takes about 5 or 10 minutes for the egg to hatch on your head. So I'm going to leave myself AFK, stood inside here. You'll know if you're infected, because your character will scratch his head, or her head, every so often. And after about 5 or 10 minutes, the egg will hatch. Igni will see you as a friend, because you've sort of fully committed yourself to the course. and he will then give you extra dialogue. But my guy should scratch his head pretty soon, hopefully. But I will skip forward until the egg hatches. There we go, you just saw my guy scratch the back of his head then. That took about a minute or two for the first scratch to happen. So he does that, let's say, 3, 4, 5 more times. Or you say done it again. That was in quick succession. So in a moment or so, hopefully, the egg is going to hatch. And there we go, so the egg has hatched. So unfortunately, this is the extreme only way to go about gaining the loyalty of Igni. So let's see what he has to say about our newfound appearance.
Well, now, you're just like me. Your dedication is fully apparent. Only, well, your head looks awful. Why not try this? I've no use for it any longer.
So there we go. He gives us the egg vermifuge, so if you never picked that up from the Painted World of Ariamis, don't worry, because you get another one given to you. And he sells them regardless anyway. So all we need to do, use the item, and our beautiful face is back to normal. Now let's get our Mask of the Sealer back on. And now we can use him as a vendor.
Oh, hello. What is it that you need?
So you can see you've got the purchase item, and he will now sell these 2 particular pyromancies, and that's the one, Toxic Mist, which you can only get from Igni. So we'll get both of them, and we've pretty much nearly got every single pyromancy in the game now. There is one I think we need to get a little bit later down the road, but you don't get one for reaching Chaos Servant rank 3.
Oh, hello. What is it that you... Worse than undead. We are diseased and unwanted, like the grime of the great swamp. But my dear fair lady, she cried for me and swallowed the great blight pus, despite Mistress Quellad's orders to the contrary. Worse than unlike and...
Okay, so that's us all done here. Like I say, he sells the servant roster, and again an egg vermifuge, and that's it. So we've bought everything we can from Igni, and we are set to head into one of the hardest areas in the game. Demon Ruins isn't especially hard, it's more Ostizolith which leads into it. But we're getting very close to a section which I do not want to mess up. Like, I'm praying I really haven't messed up Siegmeyer's questline, because I've never actually reached the end of it. I was hoping this was going to be it, but just an oversight from me, thinking that it's all about quest timing, because you're not supposed to have gone down into Blighttown yet to speak to Siegmeyer. Like, we did his quest very early on, that's why I haven't spoke to him in a while. Whereas Sieglind, obviously we've only just saved her from the Crystal Caves. So she goes back to Firelink, and then she asks, have you seen her father? She's expected us to have been to Blighttown between then and then say yes. So now that I've said no and she's gone, I don't have a clue what happens next. Because what's supposed to happen is we run into Siegmeyer in Lost Izalith next, and depending on how that goes, that's the hardest and the trickiest section of Siegmeyer's quest. You want to, hopefully you'll save him, then you go back and speak to Sieglind again at Firelink Shrine, and then she sends you to the final area where the quest ends. Now, hopefully that part will still be in there if we save Siegmeyer, but we'll only find out that if we do save him. But we'll rest up at this bonfire here. So a little bit of a shorter episode this time around, but so that was just mostly dedicated to finishing off Logan's quest, getting our Estus back, and showing you the little trick of how to get yourself infected with the egg of these chaps around me, and then using the egg vermifuge to cure you of it. But that allows us to say bye the Toxic Mist and Poison Mist pyromancies, and we're all set to head down into the Demon Ruins in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you there.